to tell you guys all about themselves. And if there's any conventions they're planning to go to, if there's any partnerships that they're working on, and so forth. Basically, give a little spiel about themselves, and then we'll let each streamer move on. And then when we're done, we'll start taking questions from you guys. And as we get more streamers, there's some more supposed to be coming in. We'll bring them up on Skype when they come in. I know we got some lovely females coming in and so forth. So I'm just waiting for contact from them. So Roshu, if you would start, it's all you. You know the deal. Let's have it.
All right. Obviously, I'm Roshu666, Roshu or Izzy, whatever the hell you want to call me. Right now, I do streaming basically because I just like doing it. There's really no other reason. I just like doing it. The same thing with my YouTube and videos and all that. I was in the U.S. Navy for 3.5, 4 years altogether, I believe it was. If I remember correctly, stationed in Sasebo, Japan. I want to go back to Japan. I miss the food. Wife's sitting here calling me a dork. But anyways, right now I'm doing WWE 2K15 Monday through Friday. I mean, Monday through Wednesday, not Friday. And then Thursdays and Fridays just really like Unity, and if I get the game Far Cry 4 and stuff like that, are basically other games than just WWE. Not really doing much of partner stuff right now because of how I'm doing all kinds of stuff, except for on YouTube. That's different though. Not really much new besides last time. Pretty much the same schedule. 11 a.m. U.S. Central Time, anywhere between 3 and 4:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time, and Monday through Friday. Every other Saturday, same time, and then at night streams Tuesday and Thursday. That's really about it.
Nothing big planned coming up in the future for the end of the year?
Not at this moment. Not at this moment.
All right. No problem. Marcus. You've got a lot on your plate, so let's hear about you.
I always have a lot on my plate. I was thinking about, you were like, give a little history or whatnot, and I was thinking, when did I start streaming? And it's true that I started streaming in the year 2000. With a website called Free Game Cam that a buddy of mine and we created, and it had 2 frames per minute. That was all the bandwidth anybody could handle, and we didn't have any audio. It was just 2 screenshots a minute, one every 30 seconds. It would refresh on the screen, and we could type something out to the people, and people could type something back, and we'd have to catch it on the refresh. That was our first attempt. We actually wanted to do, full live video, but the technology just wasn't there yet, and had several actually successful streams that I did back when we were like, let's run a WoW bot and show everybody how fast we can level with the bot and stuff like that. They'd get banned pretty quickly, but then we decided, okay, we'll pre-record them, and then we played them back, and nobody knew it wasn't live, and Blizzard could never find the bots. Let's see, I started on YouTube in 2007, YouTube partner 2008. I'm not sure how long I've been a partner now or been on Twitch, but since around the beginning, I'm not sure. And I stream right now 3 days a week. I have been in the video game industry this whole time. I work with a lot of games, and I tend to stream the games that we work directly with. Lately, it's been EVE Online. I've been supporting EVE for 10 years now. And I don't know, we have a good time. Seem to have a lot of people show up. They seem to find whatever I'm doing interesting. And I just do my thing. Just keep doing it. So.
Right on, right on. Okay. Sounds good. Praxy, what's up with you?
Well, am I going to tell them my story of how I started and like where I'm going?
Sure. Tell us. Why,
okay, well, I'm Praxy.
Why would these viewers want to watch you?
What?
Why would these viewers want to watch you?
Why? Because I am Praxy. No, well, that's obviously not the reason, but start with the background story. I started streaming a few years ago. I went, serious mode like half a year ago, and it's gone really well since. The reason I started was a friend of mine actually said that you can get rich on this. You have the personality. And she told me to check a few streamers that were big and see if they are good or not. So I was like, okay. So I went to the other streamers that was big at the time and realized they weren't communicating with the viewers, and I felt so left out. So yeah, that's what I decided. I'm gonna be a great streamer that's gonna communicate with my viewers, and yeah, and that's what I'm doing today. And that's my special treat to my viewers. I'm talking to everyone, making everybody feel special, and I'm trying to make a mix of playing and also being with my viewers. But I can't only be with my viewers, of course. That would be silly. I'm playing games. That's why you're watching. And yeah, so right now I have a Twitch, I have a YouTube, I have a Twitter, and I'm playing whatever I feel like. Dark Souls, Smite. My main game is actually Smite. But yeah, I don't want to be one of those streamers that have just one game. I mean, the audience cannot expand further than the game itself. So I'm trying to find other horizons and other places. So that's me for now. And my future plans is, of course, partnering with Twitch. And hey, Russ, hello. Your webcam is working now.
Yay!
Anyways, and I'm trying to get to know some great people, and I will do a great YouTube. I will try to actually come into Smite.
It was
Smite
working, and it's a great shot that it stopped there on. So don't
That's
fix
a
your
money
camera,
shot.
man.
That's a money shot. That's a money
I'm
It's a
shot.
completely
sign, right?
missing this. It's still loading for me.
Yeah. Anyways, that's me streaming, having fun, and if you want to find a streamer that actually talks to the viewers a lot and you want to feel special, then I think my stream is what you want to see.
Right on.
Yeah.
Any of you? Well, let me get to Russ, and I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. Russ, are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
All right, we got you in perfect money shot. You did this last time. Tell us what. Why should viewers watch you? Why'd you get in streaming? What you got planned, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, first I just want to say that I am so sorry that I am a still photo. And that's incredible. I, for one, have never seen anything like this in my entire life. So while I'm talking to you on Skype, I'm going through the internet, and my homepage, every single browser I have, tells me I am not connected to the internet. Check your wired connections, as though I didn't even have a connection at all. And yet I am here talking to you. It makes no sense at all. It's brilliant. I can't believe it. Very cool
I bet
error.
that
I
happened,
can't
Russ.
figure out what's
That
wrong.
might be your modem. You might need to reset your modem later.
Okay. I'm just shocked that, I'm talking to you. I can see you guys fine, but I'm not getting anything from the browser.
Just drop your speed. That's what it is.
All right. Well, anyhow, my name is Russ. I've been streaming now for 6 or 7 months. I've been gaming for much, much longer. The EverQuest, I suppose, was my first MMO, and I've worked up through that. MMOs were my game for ages upon ages, and then eventually I joined the Marine Corps. I was busy with doing all kinds of Marine Corps stuff. Eventually I had enough time. ESO was coming out. I had friends for ages telling me streaming seems really cool. You can talk to people, and for me it was just more of a way to I'd get bored grinding in MMOs and raiding and doing all this stuff. And what I used to do is I used to listen to podcasts. If anybody's familiar with Extra Life Radio and old Scott Johnson and stuff, I used to listen to him for hours on hours. And I loved that podcast environment, just listening. So I would grind and I'd listen to podcasts. Well, later streaming came out, and I started watching people and listening to them stream while I'd be grinding. And eventually I was like, man, I have cool stuff to say, I should be the one talking to people about this sort of thing. I have plenty of cool stuff to say. So, that's how it started. And it was just supposed to be a cool experience, and it was supposed to be a guild-raising experience. For me, it was more about the game. I was like, man, if I make this thing and it gets big, I could have a huge guild. That's all I cared about. And then, as time went on, it became more of a wow, okay, this is a little bit bigger than the guild. I got people subscribing to the game to play ESO with me. ESO was my glory days. It was great because MMOs are my thing. I got out of the Marine Corps. I opened up the Wizards Guild hobby shop here in Western North Carolina. I'm constantly plagued by the internet issues of the area, but I am getting upgraded this month, I'm glad to say, from my 20 download speed and 2 upload speed to a 60 down and 5 or 6 up, which should do it. I mean, that's what I had back in my base. So now I'm streaming Magic the Gathering, board games, role-playing games like D&D, the classics. I mean, that's what I started out with is old D&D type stuff. And in the future, what I'm really looking forward to, what I'm trying to get together with, and I'm collabing with Drunk and some of my other streamer buddies, and I'm just trying to put together like a good 6-man group that can get together kind of like this and play D&D with some personalities on the internet and have all of our followers kind of come together for a D&D game. And I think that would be freaking awesome. So that's really my future plan. Also, I'm not partnered yet, but I intend to apply here in about a month and see where I land. We just hit a couple of nice landmarks recently. So really excited about all that. And thank you for having me, Drunk.
No problem at all. You guys, the 4 of you. I know Russ. Russ, you don't have to worry about it. I'll tap on that in a minute about what I'm going to ask. But for Marcus and Pratsky and Roshu, any conventions you guys planning to do in the future? Anything coming up on your radar that you might be going to or might be interested in going to?
Smite World Championship.
January. Right on.
I would go to PAX South if they still had the 3-day pass, but they're sold out of that.
Oh. Anything in Europe, Pratsky?
No, sorry, Europe is kind of dead when it comes to conventions. It's most likely most of the things are in America, and it's very expensive from Sweden to go there. So I'm gonna miss all the conventions. Sorry.
They don't have any like in England or Ireland or
Nah, not that I know of right now.
I'm sure they do.
There was a few that I know a couple people went to. I can't remember what the name of them are. Usually, though, are around the fall time, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, you might want to check into that, Pratsky. I'm pretty sure there's some in Europe.
Yeah. So if you can get up to Germany, Gamescom, which is the world's largest one. When I was there was 250,000 people there, and it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts.
So Germany then. Well, that's doable.
Yep.
It's not too expensive to go there.
Yeah. So, but you need to get a hotel like way ahead of time. I had to pay $400 a night for a hotel that was 20 miles out. It was really crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about some of the stuff in the chat, Pratsky, if you want to check that out.
Yeah.
I can do that. But do you mind if I say something I totally missed?
Sure.
Earlier? I just want to say that I actually stream 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. So Monday to Friday, 8 hours. And usually I actually have weekend special streams. So yeah, a lot of streams going on. And I actually quit my job so I could do this for, my full time.
Your girlfriend support you?
Yeah, she does. In every way she can. Indeed. It took some time for her to melt the decision of streaming all the time. But now she's gotten used to the ID, so it's fine for now.
Right here, my wife tells me even if I start working, I'm not allowed to stop. So.
Yeah, I think everybody here outside of owning a shop is not working. They're all full-time streamers here. I think Marcus is a full-time. I know Pratsky just started. I know Roshu is, and I know Russ has the shop, but he streams every day. So.
Well, I have a shop too. I mean, so.
Well, I see the supplies behind you.
Well, no, that's just my shit. Everything's virtual, so.
So nothing's for sale behind you?
No, you cannot buy any of it. You can't have any of it. It's all mine.
That's all yours. All right.
I could put on my Smite hat. I got a nice Smite hat back there. Tempt you all.
All right. Let me tell you all about me. This is the second podcast we've done, and like I said, the first one was very successful, and we'll do this every month or so. Give you some new streamers and some of the current streamers and so forth. That way, you get a perspective of some other new streamers that are out there, some that you might not have caught, and seen before. I know for some of you, my viewers, they may have never seen Marcus before. This is a great chance. And Pratsky, some of y'all know Pratsky, and I know most of y'all know Roshu and Russ. But this is a good chance to meet some new streamers, ask them a lot of questions, and this is what we're going to do. Now, let me tell you about myself. Real quickly, I'm a first generation gamer. I played Ultima Online, baited well, baited EverQuest. I was an admin at EverQuest for years and years and years. Look at that hat. Look at that Smite hat. There you go. Marcus is a wizard. And I got in. I was in the military for several years, and I got away from gaming. But when I came back, I got back into gaming, and I hurt my shoulder, so I couldn't work anymore at that time. So I decided to start streaming, and I got into that way. And so I've been streaming since about second week of June. And so what I've got going on, I've got a ton of stuff going on. Schedule wise, we got some things in the near future that I want you guys to know about. One, December 1st, my stream is getting a complete facelift. I'm gonna change everything on my streaming page. New panels, new, almost everything's new. Almost. All the peanuts are getting wiped. We're going to start from ground zero to give everybody a fair chance to
You're
start.
gonna wipe my one peanut I have?
No, actually, everybody will be one peanut. It'll be one peanut. There's nothing to do about it. And I'm going to set up a new VIP system. I'm preparing for 2015. What I'm doing is I'm preparing for this big time. We're going to have a great. It's going to look really, really cool. And then on December 5th, if everything's still good, we're doing a multi-Twitch on Smite with Marcus and some other people. I don't know exactly who all is involved in that right at the moment because it does change every once in a while. But we're going to have 5 of us do a multi-Twitch where we're going to be giving out gems in between each game.
Yeah, after every match, it's gonna be nuts.
You want to talk about that a little bit, Marcus?
Sure. So while I have my Smite hat on, because I wear many hats at this company, we're gonna do a multi-Twitch. It's December 5th, right? It's
Right.
Friday, next
Right.
Friday, and basically it'll be 6 hours of us doing Smite. In between every match, we will be doing giveaways, and we'll tell everybody to we'll tell everybody to go to each person's channel and get in. You know, you just hit like exclamation point enter or whatever, and get in on it. And so we're gonna give away a lot of gems and maybe some codes and some other stuff. You know, so it'll be pretty good. So and I'm real glad to have Drunkenuff there, and then. Who else? Praxy, are you going to be there at this
In
one?
December? Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Yeah. And so it's Victim Gaming, Drunkenuff, myself, Praxy, and Mandy Loves. So
Sweet.
Should be good.
Speaking of Mandy, where the hell is she? She's supposed to be here for this. Anyway, all
Well,
right.
speaking of hats, I have the Smite hat. I'm like part of the team now. Who's missing one?
Yeah.
I don't have a Smite hat.
We're gonna have to fix that.
Right. So we got that on the 5th. On the 7th, I'm hosting a jousting tournament, 2-on-2 jousting tournament, which is pretty full right now. I think it's full up, 32 teams. But I'm gonna go today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna scrub some of the teams and get rid of the ones that are BS. There's always several BS teams in there that they just fill it up and never show up. So I'll fill that. I'll clean that up a little bit so that there's some more slots for the jousting tournament because I know some of y'all were complaining that it was full. So we'll have that set up for the 7th. And then on the 25th of Christmas, I have the Gleam contest for 8,000 Smite gems, which is blown up. And that has been a wonderful contest. Look at that hat. And he's frozen. Look at that. Wow. Russ, you're the man.
Yeah, I'm happy to load it in. I saw everybody putting hats on.
So it just needs to stay. Just stay.
You know.
Oh, now look at Marcus.
Master.
Marcus is now looking at different hats to put on. There you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. But let me put my hat on for crying out loud. There, do that. There we go.
So we got Daniel Boone.
Yeah,
we've got Smite.
favorite
We've
hype.
got Drunk. Who are you?
This is my Kentucky Derby hat.
Kentucky Derby hat. We got the horse racer, the gambler. I'll be Walter White. I'll spend your winnings. I'll double your money.
And I had Heisenberg hat, yeah, right? Yep, Walter White. I get told that all the time when I was bald. And then I'm gonna put in for partnership probably within the next couple days, maybe tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. But the thing about it is, we've got the website is coming up hopefully today or tomorrow. I've been told by Bingers that it will be up by this weekend. So if we get that up, that'll be squared away. We have so much stuff coming and going. We got the peanut wheel. If you guys are not familiar with that, I know Praxy wanted to use it, and he's using the peanut wheel now, and it's working really good for him. We gotta get Russ doing the peanut wheel and Roshu doing the peanut wheel.
That's the point.
And the peanut wheel is like crack cocaine. I cannot explain to you how much the people go ape crazy for the peanut wheel. They just go nuts. And what I like to do is I like to do a lot of things in the community for streamers. I like to do these podcasts so some streamers get some more attention, and I also love to do follow trains. And Praxy hasn't been I don't think I've done a follow train for Praxy, but I've done some for Roshu and I've done some for Russ. What I do is I like to help the smaller streamers, not that they're smaller, but smaller than me. And I've helped a couple that are bigger than me too. And what I'll do is if I get 40 to 50 people on my chat, which is pretty common, what I'll do is once or twice a day, I will do a follow train. And it's not a raid, it's just a follow train where we go to another streamer's that's actually streaming, and 20, 30 of us go in there and give them a big fat follow, say Drunk sent me, and what we try to do is basically mess up the streamer. So if they're playing some type of shoot 'em game, we try to get them killed. If they're playing Minecraft, we try to break their follower sound thing, because it happens all the time because so many people follow at the same time. But we do it as fun, and the streamers' reactions are priceless. I've had streamers cry. I've had streamers just go giggly. I've had streamers. I mean, when you have someone who's got 90 to 120 follows, and all of a sudden they get 40 follows in less than 5 minutes, it does something to them. It just freaks them out. So it's a good time. I like doing that. But like I said, I like to help the community a lot, and I think if every streamer would actually take the time to help out other streamers, then our jobs will become much easier. It's all about helping each other out, because if the hard part for streamers is sometimes is the ebb and flow of your streaming, and a lot of times when you're on the bottom part of your ebb and flow, you kind of get depressed. You're not getting the followers, you're not getting the viewers that you want, and it can depress someone if you're not mentally strong. And so it's all about helping each other when they're at their lowest, and sometimes helping them out when they're at their highest. And so I like helping people out a lot. Now, that's enough about me. Now, convention. EVE. Russ and I, and maybe that guy who he was supposed to be here too, but he hasn't shown up. We're going to try to go to convention, the con up in North Carolina, in March, right, Russ?
Yep.
Comic Con.
Comic Con in Raleigh, March.
March, right? And we'll definitely have a good time there. I've been in talks with the Guinness World Records about longest stream, and I can't do it at home, so I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna maybe try set up to do it at the Comic Con in March, where the current world record is 41 hours and some change straight. I do a 48-hour stream every weekend, and I do 72-hour streams quite often too. So 41 hours is nothing. That's like a cakewalk. So I'll try that probably in March if it's still 41 hours.
You have to pay for them to verify that, don't you?
No. If I ask for a one of their guys to come out, then yes. But otherwise, I can do it with 2 witnesses signed, and there's a stipulations involved. But if I'm doing it at a convention, I'll have enough witnesses.
Yeah. You're nuts, by the way. Those long ass hours. I could
No.
never do that. You can have that world record.
I can barely do a 24-hour. It's sad.
Yeah, I just got off of that and I'm exhausted. So
Look at that camera. Look at that.
It is actually running.
Hey,
It's
it's working.
doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
wait, it's
Yeah.
working for a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
changed
Oh,
it, right?
fantastic!
You
As
know,
soon as I saw it live, I was like, I hope he has a good face all the time because when he does something weird, it's gonna freeze.
Yeah, I got to make sure. I just got to keep the smile right, like this.
Exactly.
All right. I'm gonna go over one last thing with everybody, just to verify so everybody hears. Schedules wise, I do every day of the week except for Monday. On weekends, I do a 48-hour stream. Now, this weekend, I'm not doing one, but I'll be back on doing 48 hours next weekend. So, my schedule is usually around 6 p.m. at night until 3 or 4 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. All right. And then on the weekends, 48 hours. If you four would touch on your schedules one more last time so every viewer can hear it, I'll start with Marcus, and then we'll go across the board. Marcus, Praxy, Roshu, and Russ. So, Marcus, what's your schedule again?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, basically 10 to it's when I'm done. 10 to 4 Eastern. In fact, I can post a link to it in the
Say something in chat first.
In
That way
chat.
I'll permit you.
yeah. Okay, let's see.
And while he's doing that, Praxy, what's your schedule?
Yeah, okay. Should I say the Swedish time or should I say the American time? Let's see. If I do this, I can actually get the American time because I'm so awesome. We're gonna cut it here. So 11 a.m. Monday to Friday. Remember, Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to I guess it's 8 hours. So it's gonna be 7 p.m. Right? Yes. So yeah, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Friday. Saturdays and Sundays I do special streams from time to time, and they tend to be around 8 hours too.
There, I got it, Marky. I got it.
Okay, yeah, it did not like my link, no matter what.
I got it. I copied and pasted it. All right, cool. Praxy, Roshu.
I stream Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to anywhere between 3 to 4:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Every other Saturday is that time as well, and night streams Tuesday and Thursday, somewhere around 7 or 8 to whenever I feel like getting off.
All right, Russ.
Every day of my life from 6 Eastern to midnight.
Never before 6.
Well, sometimes I jump on early, but I don't like people to like be. I don't want them to show up at 5 and be like, "Where's Russ?" So I say 6, but I'll show up at 5:30 sometimes. It's when the shop's open every day, so I turn on the stream every day. So every day 6 to 12. The schedule varies from anything from playing Magic the Gathering to playing video games and Dragon Age Inquisition. If there's an MMO out, that's all I'll play. But it's kind of it's very variety. But it's every day 6 to midnight.
All right. What game right now is your primary game you play while you stream, and what game do you look forward to streaming? That's for anybody.
Mine right now is WWE 2K15 for right now, at least for the first 3 days of the week. And I'm looking at maybe getting a Far Cry 4 to play for the last 2 days for a while after I finish Unity, because it actually looks pretty interesting compared to the other ones.
All right. Anybody else?
Currently, I just jumped on the Dragon Age Inquisition wagon, and I love the multiplayer because it feels very MMO-like. Like I said, that's my thing. So I can see myself probably playing that multiplayer for the next month at least, if they don't add anything new. I can sit here and talk for a while. I'll wait till people are watching my show, but I can talk for a while on how detailed it is and how long, like how much content there is there. But the Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer, I'll probably be playing for at least the next month, and going from there. Maybe evolve in the future. And the only MMO that I'm super excited about is Eternal Crusade. It's going to be coming out later, so that's where I'm at.
Nice. Marky?
I'm doing EVE Online, the most hardcore MMO in the world ever. Yes, it makes my brain hot. And then I am looking forward to H1Z1. I have done a lot of survival games in the past. I did a lot of War Z, even though people hated it. I liked it, and then H1Z1. I think it's about to release early access, and I'll probably be all over that.
Is it?
So
Is that the one I saw you playing the other day in pure alpha mode?
no, that was a different survival game. Actually, I try all the survival games. So, but my biggest hopes are for H1Z1 because it will be the most polished. It's a Sony title, and it's not indie. All the others have been indie. Every single one of them. There's never been a AAA survival. So this will be the first one, and I have high hopes for it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it is about to release early access?
Yeah, so Smedley tweeted the other day that they're about to release early access.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Praxy, what's your plan?
On games. Well, my plans is mainly playing Smite and most likely becoming, just working together with Hi-Res, that is making the game. Most likely streaming for Smite game in the future, at least being a cover streamer, doing something of that sort. And except for Smite, you can't just play one game, so it's going to be like Dark Souls, Counter-Strike, Payday. Really, what I play is what the viewers want to see and what I'm comfortable with. So, Payday 2, the viewers wanted me to play it, and I started playing it, and I liked it. Dark Souls, they asked me, play Dark Souls. I was like, nah, okay, let's just for you. And now I play Dark Souls. So Smite is, I'm never going to leave that for now, but the rest of the games is just what you want me to play.
Nothing in the future you're looking forward to coming out?
Killing Floor 2 is coming out in half a year or something. That's going to be nice. But other than that, I don't know. Dark Souls 3, Smite 2.0, I have no clue.
Cool. Did I just see Kat? Is she wandering there? Oh, Russ, you're muted. You're muted, Russ.
Yep.
Jeez. All right. I did that so that because somebody came into the shop. Kat was here for a second. I didn't want to confuse everybody, so
Kat's Russ's lovely wife.
Ah.
Russ is married. Roshu's married. Marcus, you married?
Yeah.
And Praxy's gonna get married.
Yeah.
I'm the only single
You?
one. Yeah. All right.
Hey, ladies, hear that? Hear that, ladies? Drunk over there, huh?
Nope.
I'm going to take my time to go to the bathroom one last time for today. So
Oh, really?
Turn
off your mic, buddy.
Explode now.
Yeah.
That's the last time.
Praxy, don't forget to turn off the mic.
How much you want to bet that's the last time he goes to the bathroom today? Okay.
He has a bladder the size of a cashew.
I play Smite generally. Everybody knows that's on my stream. I play Smite generally. I've been playing a little bit of the Forest again, and I play the Sid Meier's Beyond Earth, because I do like strategy games too. But I'm an MMO guy. I'm waiting for December 2nd. The Crew comes out, and I know Bouncer and I are gonna be playing that. And then in early January is another release of Albion Online, the alpha version, and I'll be playing that for a few weeks. And then I am patiently waiting for EverQuest Next. Oh, that still picture of Russ is priceless.
Yes,
That
Russ,
is priceless.
Do not mess with your camera there, Russ. It's perfect.
Nope. Perfect.
Messed up.
That is a money shot.
Nice.
I can't wait to have a better computer. I can play Landmark, stream it. I can't wait.
No, Landmark? No, not
is
Landmark.
really freaking good.
Not Landmark. EverQuest Next.
Next, what?
Yeah.
It's still the same thing.
No. Oh, no. Why'd you do that, Russ? That was a money shot.
It was great. It was perfect, Russ. Why?
Yeah, I don't understand
Glad
that
back.
whole thing that they're doing because my wife and I bought the Ultra packs, the $100 packs, whatever, for Landmark, thinking that it was part of EverQuest Next, and now to find out that it's not.
Well, it sort of is.
Well, that's the confusing part. But why?
Okay, what
Yeah.
they're letting people build, right? And now they're trying to add stuff to it to make it sort of an MMO like. But what they're doing is they're taking the best builds out of the game that people build, and they're actually going to put some of those into the actual EverQuest Next game. So that's the benefit of that. But otherwise, EverQuest Next is they're really, really pushing for feedback from players. Whatever the players want, they're going to try to implement in the game. And so they're asking lots and lots of questions on a weekly thing on their website. Like, for example, do you want your female dwarves to have beards in the game? So, and people came back and said, yes, we want beards on the females. So they're going to put beards on the females. Stuff like that.
I was also under the impression whenever I went and bought that $110 deluxe edition for EverQuest Next that I was getting EverQuest Next,
Yes.
not Landmark. So if
Yes.
I have to now pay for EverQuest Next, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. I haven't been keeping up with the news, but
That was my interpretation too of it originally. That it was more like we're buying one thing, but it was coming out in two phases.
Right. And when I launched it, I was really excited. We got the developers up there saying, "Hey, you're here to help. Thanks. You're, awesome." And I was really impressed with that. I was telling people, I was like, "Cat, look, they really care." They learned something from Star Wars Galaxies. But anyway, I'm. Do we know for sure that we don't have to purchase, or are we going to have to purchase an EverQuest Next now in addition to the Landmark? Because I didn't even use Landmark.
I'm not 100% positive on that.
Okay.
We can rage when we find out.
Right.
All right. Yeah. We'll be there. We'll mark the
It'll make a
date.
good rant video. Yes.
All right. Now, since I don't have any other my female streamers, I don't know. Mandy's not here. They're all on Skype. Mandy, Desanya, all of them. They're all on Skype, but none of them are responding back to me. So
Jitters.
yeah, maybe the jitters. Maybe, but that's not true. Desanya.
Well, we can just assume that they will lose the chance of being here live with us,
Yeah.
so it's not our issue.
I can wake the cat up.
So does anybody in my chat have any questions for Marcus, Praxy, Roshu, or Russ? Or me, for that matter. Does anybody have any questions related to streaming? Any questions related to gaming? Anything that these great streamers can answer for you guys?
I got a question earlier that I replied to my chat. I know there was something, she wrote it in your chat too, but the question is, would streaming be a good way to earn extra money?
Keyword being extra or hobby.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It has to be something on the side. And a lot of people have asked me that because, I have it in the shop and they see donations and they go, "Wow, can I play games and record it and make money?" And I say, I spent $2,000 getting prepared to stream and then didn't make a penny for 3 months. You know what I mean?
First, it takes a while. It does. It takes a while to earn anything if that's what your goal is for.
Yeah.
But,
The money, I mean, if you want to become big, you have to spend big in the beginning and then really work for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to set that to just be your only goal. I'd set it to be more than anything to have fun at first. And then if you
Make a
want to
guild.
do it later on.
I think that it's something that actually, if people get doing streaming and you do it for a month, if you've got traction within the first month, then you have something. If there are some people out there that have been streaming for a couple of years that I know that really still don't have any traction. I follow them, but when I see them on my list, they have like 2-3 viewers, and even though they're streaming quite regularly, and so. And don't forget, it's not about the game that you're streaming. It's about you. It's about the personality. They're coming to see you, and they're coming to be entertained by you. The game is secondary. And, but anyway, anybody who thinks they want to go streaming, be a streamer or whatnot, hit it big right off the bat or move on. That's my opinion.
All right. We got Fruit, who's going to try to get her Skype. She's brand new to Skype. So we're going to try to get her on here. She is another Swedish streamer. So
Can't do worse than me.
that's true. But we like to see her pretty face. All right. Yeah. Let's see. There was a question from Fails TV. Struggling to stream well without it being choppy. All right. Um, One of the things that I know from a lot of people that have come to my stream all the time that say, "Well, I can't stream because of this or da 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 da." All right, there's a website out there for OBS people. If you're using OBS, then there's a link I can post in the stream here in a little bit, but where it gives you put in your settings of your computer on there, and it'll tell you what your optimal settings are for your OBS and like that. Now I know some people use explicit. I'm not an expert on explicit. Someone maybe one of these guys could talk about explicit, but I don't use explicit.
There's one other thing that factors in too, which is the Twitch servers. And I don't recommend that anybody do anything above 720p because in many cases the bandwidth and if you're getting transcoding, those are two impediments to people watching you. And when I stopped doing 1080p and started doing 720p, I got way more viewers. Even though 1080p is much better, obviously, but get way more viewers because it was accessible to more people. Not everybody can download 5 megabit constantly for 1080p.
That's the link right there, guys. That's the OBS project. It'll tell you what you put in the information of your computer, and it'll tell you what your best OBS setting is.
Yeah, and great way if you're just on the site itself. All you gotta do is go up to the very top of the tab and the help, and it's right there. The estimator is right there in the tab for under the help tab. If you go through just OBS regular site.
All right, question. I'm a small streamer, and I stream sometimes with no schedule because it's difficult. Does that make viewers not want to come when everything is so unorganized? That's from Evie. I'll let you guys answer that real quick. I'll be right back.
I think organization is very important. I think it's very hard. I mean, sure, everybody gets an email, you know what I mean? But when you talk about consistently, like down the line, not just getting 10 viewers, but, you know, getting 50 to 100, right? Because I started that way. I started streaming MMOs just whenever I wanted to play because that's all it was a hobby. But when I started, you know, people would ask me, "What time do you stream?" And it's not really as professional if you're not able to say, "I stream at these hours." You know, Drunk asked us all, and we were all able to produce hours. You know what I mean? And then I'm telling you, without a shadow of a doubt, your viewers, once they start to watch you for months at a time, they're gonna say, you know, Russ streams at 6. You know, we're gonna get dinner ready by 6, and we're gonna watch Russ because that's what, you know, that's what Twitch is becoming, like an evening thing for gamer community families and stuff. It's not turning on the TV anymore, so they want to be there for their favorite show. You know, and it has to start at a certain time. And this is just what's worked for me. I don't know if it works for everybody, but it's been professional. And if I'm not online, you know, I'm opening up my chat, and people are like, "Where's Russ? Where's Russ?" If I'm late. Even 2-3 minutes, because they're so used to me being there at 6. They get on for it. They don't wait for an email. You know, not everybody's always checking their emails. So.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's very, very true. I mean, I literally have people waiting for me for almost every stream because they know when I'm streaming. And when I announce that, okay, this weekend on Saturday, these hours I'm going to stream. I mean, sure, it's not in my schedule, but it's actually the same time, but on a Saturday. I get tons of people that like, "Oh, yeah, I came in because you said you were going to stream now." I was like, yeah. So most of my streamers actually come because they know I'm there. And as you mentioned, going from a non-schedule to having a schedule, it was a great improvement for sure.
Yeah. Fortunately for me, I always had somewhat of a schedule, but only thing, and I just changed mine a few months ago. Really, but yeah, it's great to have a schedule. It always is. But for me, if it's just you're not able to do it every day, because I know Evie, you're not able to do it every day because of certain things. Your schedule's not the most important thing right now because of that, because you're not sure if you're going to be able to stream it this day or this day. Really, it's just when you can stream, make sure you let people know in a day or so in advance. Hey, I'll be able to stream this day. I will be able to, and as soon as you can start doing, you know what days you can. And you can set the schedule, do it as soon as you possibly can. Once you start knowing more exactly when you can and what days you can.
Yeah, really, that's all there is to it. I mean, even though you can't do every Wednesday, I mean, you can take if you know your week's schedule like 1 week before, so let's take every Sunday to make a weekly schedule. I mean, sure, every week is actually different from the other one, but as soon as you have some hint of, so that people can see, okay, she's going to be online Wednesday this week, and next week maybe it's going to be Thursday, but at least they know. So yeah, you don't have to have like every Wednesday forever.
Roshu, this is a real quick question just for you. Daniel wants to know: do you
Yeah,
feel that you're not?
I've already
All
seen
right.
that. Daniel, how many times you gonna put it in? No, I'm not a Minecraft fanboy. I'm a Microsoft fanboy. God
All
damn
right.
it.
Iron Judah, we're gonna get your question in a second, but Kez wants to know. 01637 Kez. Hi, what's your thoughts on streaming through Xbox One, PS4? I.e., does it make it more accessible, watered down Twitch, or is it open?
I I personally think it's a bad thing because you're relying on you're relying always on someone's servers working. But when it comes to Xbox One and PS4 streaming straight from console, you're relying on the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live working correctly and always being up.
And it doesn't have
Whereas
all the
if
same overlay options and everything, right? I
yeah,
mean, you can't customize it.
yeah, and whereas if you're just streaming through your modem and stuff on the Twitch, let's say if you want to do like I use the Elgato and I go through the OBS and all. I'm relying on my internet more than and stuff like that more than I'm relying on their servers. I can stream even without the servers being up. So I personally want to do the consoles.
All
I
right,
don't.
that's fine. Nope. I hope that answers this question. From Iron Druid, what do the streamers feel about there being such a wide disparity between streamer production values? Do they feel there should be a minimum code of conduct that people should subscribe to be able to stream via Twitch? I think what you're saying is there should be like limitations to who should be able to stream and so forth. I don't think streamers really think about that. That's not something that we go, oh man, I got to fall into a certain area to be successful.
Yeah.
That's not something we really look into.
And
It's less about the production quality and more about quality audio because it's more important to be able to hear what you're saying than it is to see what you're doing, and just the person that's there. You know, I went from just a blank thing on all my videos and all my live shows and everything where I just turned on, we were going, there's no overlays, nothing. And I went whole hog and put out a whole bunch of quality stuff in there. And really, it doesn't make a difference. So you catch a few more viewers, but for the most part, people don't care. People just want to be there and hang out. They don't care if you have some nice graphic around
yeah,
your pretty head.
you can have the best resolution, all that. If you're not entertaining, you're not friendly, or you're not the type of person they really want to be or talk to and all that, they're not really going to hang out. Doesn't matter. Like I know I don't have the best resolution, but I still have the people I have that watch me because of how I am. It's more the person than the actual way the stream is set up. It's more the person than the quality of the stream.
Fruit, do you have your video camera set up on your Skype? If you got your video, we can bring you in. Okay, that's good questions. Good questions. All right, I got a question for Pratsky. When did you realize you were a good streamer, or did it just come as a fact to you one day?
Well, I didn't receive emails saying, you are a good streamer, you are approved. Ka-ching! No. And I still don't see myself as like, I'm a great streamer because every day I learn new things, especially now since I stream 8 hours a day, most likely. I mean, I test new games. For example, Borderlands, I tested the European release and see if that worked. Didn't work too great. And every day is like an experiment for me. I just want to become as good as I can. And I don't really think about the question, are you good or not? Because I don't really care about that. I just do what I do best and always try to improve. Even though I'm like, I would be even, let's say one day I'm like the greatest streamer of all time. I would not still see myself as a good streamer because I'm still looking to get better. But yeah, I guess that's the answer to it. But I'm not terrible, that I know.
There's Fruit. There we go. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm great. Can you guys see me now?
Yeah, we see you.
Yep.
All right, that is fruit. I'm gonna get to fruit. If you would hold on a second, I'm getting more questions. Guys, hold off on the questions. We're gonna get fruit. We're gonna have her talk about herself here in a few minutes, but let me answer a few more questions. Iron Drew did a follow up. He says, Drunkenuff, I was talking about things like someone sitting in a messy room, someone texting on a phone, all that ties into production values that leads to a disconnect. Um, I'll answer that real quick. Druid, the bottom line about streaming, and people ask me all this all the time. All right, there's every single person out there has something that they can makes them special. All right, be it you're good looking, you have a good beard, you're a charmer, you're a very good communicator. Some people have some of these some of these have a lot of things that makes their stream more appealable to people. All right, and we touched upon it before we started talking earlier. And guys, please be cordial to fruit. All right, don't get all perverted on me. All right, guys, be nice. All right, now the thing is, um, Marky touched on it a little bit. It is important that your voice is very important. You have good communication skills. That is very critical. All right, you have to be able to talk to your viewers and be able to communicate with your viewers in a very, for the most part, mature way. I know there's some kids who do stream that's not very mature, and they're successful, but not everyone. What goes on in the background is not extremely important, but it is important. You don't want to have a messy background. You don't want to have garbage all laid up behind you, and everybody seeing your garbage for the day you take out and throw away. All right. Texting while you're streaming and so forth, that's not really that bad of a deal as long as you're maintaining focus on your stream and so forth. I have no problem with that. As long as you are communicating with your stream and you are giving them the attention that they should be giving you, you'll be fine. All right. Now, Miss Fruit, how are you today?
Mm-hmm. What?
How are you?
I'm good.
All right. We already had the
I'm
guy.
so nervous about this thing. It feels like I'm in school first day and stands in front of my whole class and are like, yeah.
Well, the guys already did this, and I'll just go over a couple things with you. I'll give you a chance. Basically, tell them who you are, uh, what you stream, what do you plan on streaming in the near future, what do you have planned on for the long future. Um, why should people watch you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, my name is Frida and I'm from Sweden. I live in the north and I'm 22 and I've been streaming for like, I don't know if it's 4 or 5 months. But yeah, something like that.
Okay, what do you stream?
And mostly Smite, but since Smite have been, yeah, like the servers have been really weird lately, I've been trying out some new games like Tomb Raider, and on Halloween I tried out a few horror games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything you plan on playing soon?
I don't know. I've been saying a long time that I'm gonna try to play Counter-Strike. But yeah, I don't know how that's going. And I also downloaded Dota 2, but yeah, I'm not making any promises that I'm gonna like, yeah, play them. But I'm gonna try them out and see how I like them.
All right. What's your schedule like? When do you normally stream?
Oh, that's the thing. I don't have a schedule. Because I didn't get one, because then it feels like I have to stream these days. I have to do this. This is not like something I wanna have to do.
Do you stream every day?
Yeah, almost. Lately I've been streaming every day.
All right. Do you plan on becoming a full-time streamer, or are you just going to be a casual streamer, or are you just going to try to work and stream and keep everything
Well,
going?
at the moment I work too. So but yeah, I don't know. I never planned on like being a full-time streamer, like having streaming as my job. But we'll see how it turned out. We'll see what happens.
All right.
See how it goes.
Is there any conventions you plan on going to?
What is that?
Conventions like Comic-Con or like a gaming convention.
Oh no, no, I don't think so. I was going to DreamHack in Sweden this year, but I couldn't go because, yeah, money.
All right. Now, Fruit, have you met Praxy yet?
No, I have watched his stream a couple times actually. I have.
Oh.
I'm the kind of person like I almost never write when I'm in a stream. But yeah, I
That's
have
one
watched
I
his
haven't
stream.
But so we have two Swedish streamers in my Skype right now. Yeah. I mean,
It's you and me, Frida.
how big is Sweden? I mean, how have y'all not known each other? I mean, Sweden's not that big of a country, is it?
No, but it's 9 million people. I don't know every name of everyone. It's bigger than that. But when you see Swedish, like, haha, family, and then try to talk to them, and now when you said, like, it's a Swedish streamer coming in, I was like, a Swedish streamer? Yeah.
Well, I know the difference between you two. I've noticed in Pratsky talks and correlates with his chat in English only, where Fruit will talk and correlate both in English and in Swedish. So there is a difference between the two of you on that, and I think it's pretty cool. I mean, that's neat. If your stream can get away with that, it doesn't bother people, then that's cool too.
Nah, but I mean, sure, I have a lot of Swedish viewers, but having it international, I mean, most of my viewers are actually from away from Sweden. I mean, if we are only 9 million people, and I aim to entertain at least 3 billions, so international is the way to go, in my opinion.
All right. All right. Does anybody have any questions for Fruit or any other streamers? And we'll rock on that. What's that? A cat? Oh yeah. Tell us about your cat, Fruit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was I had two cats. They are Amy and Jessie. This is Jessie. I hate having her by my computer because she's like, yeah, eating everything, and I don't like her having here because she recently destroyed this thing, my headset. So yeah, I don't know what to say about them. They're like 2 years, and they are like they are always here when I stream. They wanna say hey to the viewers.
Always when you want to do something in front of the camera, the cat's like, "Oh, now is the time. Let's go."
Yeah.
Yep.
When you're like really concentrated on a game and you don't want to be disturbed, then they are all up in your face.
Roshu has the same problem with his dog, Jack.
Yeah. Was at a certain time, he's like, all right, time to get off. Let's go.
So where is Jack today?
Laying on a blanket, just kind of sleeping. He won't even move. Having a lazy day today.
All right. Any questions out there? I don't see a lot of questions.
Oh, I just see.
Did I miss any?
Now she's eating my microphone here.
Yeah, I could hear that.
Oh, my goodness.
Sardius was saying it's the quality a good thing. Yeah, should a channel partner group be able to require things? Sure. Should Twitch require high-end stream? Heck no. Okay.
Okay, well, never mind. Come here, dog. Fine.
Question. Fruit, since you're a female streamer, do you get any problems with men saying that us women get more followers because we're pretty? Because many have told me that. And that is a common question that female streamers always come across. And I'll let Fruit touch on that. But I will say this. It's my opinion that female streamers, it's easier to get followers, but it's harder to stream because of people being idiots. So, Fruit, would you like to touch on that? About being a female streamer? Do you have problems with your stream sometimes with people being stupid?
Well, yeah, often people come in and they're like, oh my god, what colors are your nipples? Can you show me your boobs? Can I eat chocolate from your ass? And like weird things like that. But yeah, and they want to pay me to show my feet and my cam and yeah, like that. But that's
Wow.
mostly like fun. You just laugh to them. You don't you don't get sad and cry. You just laugh at them because they're just, yeah.
Wow,
But you can just be honest and say
I've
that your
heard.
nipples are green.
Right.
Well,
Mark, I,
I really don't know what to say when they ask that. I just
All right.
laugh at them and are you here to watch the stream or just a troll?
Marky, this question is probably best for you because you're the bigger streamer of all of us, and I can see you answering this question better. Do you guys believe streamers can have an impact on the direction of the gaming industry?
Yes, 100%. So I've done several shows where we talk about a game, we talk about the problems with it. Developers show up, we tell them, and they try and get onto TeamSpeak or whatever because they want to talk and defend themselves, or they like the ideas. I've actually taken the stance that developers are not allowed on the shows. The ones where we are actually talking about issues or ideas for their games, because we don't want them to taint the discussion with, I don't think we can do that, because that is a natural human response. When you ask somebody to do something hard, they think that, oh, I can't do that. And so we basically come up with solutions for the games and then ask them to implement them. And that's actually worked really, really well. We've done several shows with people who are, for different games, and they have implemented all kinds of things based on our recommendations. Now, also as far as game companies go, the PR firms directly follow all of you guys. If you're hitting on a game that they are doing PR for, they're watching you, and they're watching to see whether or not you have a good audience, whether or not they can promote you, and whether or not you'd be good for promoting their game back. And because we have become a better promotion tool for the games than any advertisements out there. So publishers do recognize that we have power, and that what we say matters, and that that they want to keep us happy. Now, it's not always a good thing, because it just I don't want to be coddled to by game publishers or whatnot. But at the same time, just a streamer, if you've got any viewers, you have power.
Right.
And so
Right.
and that power is what the game publishers want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about the dollar bill.
'Cause I even a lot of times when I get on and I'm streaming a game, a lot of people ask me would I recommend it. It's a lot of people come to streams or YouTube to see if they even really want to get the game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's,
Yeah, actually, there was a study at the London Games Conference that was just put out last week or week before, that basically said that in Europe, that 35% of the people players found out about a new game watching a streamer play it.
Ah.
In the United States, 25% of people found out about a new game seeing a streamer play it. And so think about that. We have a minimum of about 25% impact on new people finding the games, and that's a huge number. So.
Drunk, I think we have one.
Fail, I responded back in chat, Fail. You have to look at that. It's probably your internet. If you're having OBS issues and you're using it just like the OBS is telling you, then you probably have an internet issue that you need to check on. All right. There was a question. This guy Grumpy was asking anyone what types of games seem to get more views: MOBAs, FPS, and RPGs. I'll answer that one real quick. It's not necessarily the game; it's the streamer. Now, are games important? Yes. I always tell a brand new streamer, do not, if you're planning on streaming now, like you're brand new, don't start League of Legends, because you're going to be so far down in the list of people playing League of Legends, you're never going to get followers. I don't care how good of a streamer you are. You're just not. I mean, you're going to be climbing a major uphill battle. If you get into Smite now, it's moderate. If you get into Dota 2, you're going to be way behind. All right, you got to look at the game itself. What is going to be easy for you to be noticed so that you can gain a core followership? And then once you have that, then you can switch up games all you want and play whatever you feel like, and so forth. But don't start in a game that's got thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people already watching that game, and you're
Not unless you have somebody that's going to introduce you
that's
that's
true
in
too.
that game.
That's true too. Now, if you get incentive, like you get help from someone, that's a whole different ball game. But I mean, like if you go into League of Legends right now with no help whatsoever, unless you are Miss Playboy February of 2014, you're not going to get a bunch of followers right away. All right, or if you're Brad Pitt or Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, people, unless you're famous, you're not going to get a bunch of followers. All right.
No.
I would say if a good tool would be to go down about 75% down the list of games. Look for the games that have between 2 and 400 viewers, all right? A lot of the times those viewers are all going to be, like in one or two people, okay? And you know what happens is do some research. Those guys go offline. And there's 100 people that were watching that game. Now, as a new streamer that's never had more than 2 people, okay? If you come online and there's only 1 or 2 people streaming that and one of them go offline, you're immediately one option and you're going to see 20, 30 people come in. That's what happened with me and ESO. ESO was really big for a little while, but I stayed with it for a while. And once it started getting down in the 500s, I was number 1. And I was seeing 80, 90 viewers when I only had 500 followers. Right? That's good for anybody that knows, the numbers of Twitch. That was a very, very good number. Just these are people that I didn't know. They weren't people that a streamer rated me. They were just random people coming in. And obviously, that's kind of hard because you're not ready for it. My mods weren't ready for it. So that's a whole nother, discussion is to make sure you have mods ready for it. But I'm just getting tons of people in watching me raid. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get down in those 2 to 400 games, every time people come to my channel and ask me, I want to be a streamer, okay? If you don't care about the game, if you want to be a streamer, if you don't care as much about, hey, I want to stream Eve, or hey, I want to stream WoW. If you want to stream, if you want followers, if you want to make an impact, look at the games between 2 and 400, do a little research, find the ones that only have 1 or 2 powerful people in them, right? And get online right as they get offline. And I'm telling you, come back to me and tell me it worked, and then that way I can use you as a model. It works.
Yeah.
The one big thing I tell streamers all the time, before you start streaming, get to know the streaming community. All right? Go around, make yourself known. All right? Be nice in chat with several streamers. Like when I first started, I was in Luckland's chat all the time. All right? Luckland's got a huge following, right? And I got to get to know Luckland. And I was talking and just be nice and cordial, ask questions, correlate with chat, let everybody get to know who you are. Do that in several streams. People get to know you. And then so when you start streaming, people already have your name in their head. So they know, okay, Drunkenuff streaming. Well, hell, I remember he was in this chat. He seems real nice. I'll go check him out. And see, that works too. So get yourself known around the community.
Yeah, like I started. Like me, I started Minecraft. That was someone would say because Minecraft, there's a lot of people that stream it, but I also streamed a bunch of different games. And the main one I always got a lot of viewers for was WWE 2K14 before 15 came out, and that's because no one else was streaming it. Nobody was, but there are still people wanting to watch it, but nobody was streaming anymore because how long it's been out. So even if there's a game that nobody's streaming, take a chance one day and stream it. There might still be a lot of people wanting to watch that game being streamed.
True.
There's also new games in Steam. Look at the new releases that are hot. There's a lot of people searching for those games because they want to know whether or not they should spend their money on it. And there can be a lot less streamers for the amount of people that are trying to find it to view it.
True. Very true. Thorez, I'm going to say Thorars. I apologize if I messed up your name. Have any of you been recognized by people outside of the stream? What are your experiences with viewers, like in conventions and such? I have been recognized. Has anybody else here been recognized outside of the community?
Not really. I haven't really been to conventions where most of my viewers are.
Yeah.
It was easy being at the Marine Corps. You know, a lot of times I labeled my stuff. You know, Marine plays this, so you get a lot of guys that are in there that are like, "Where are you stationed?" You know, they find out they're stationed in the same place as me because we're really only in one of a couple of places. You know what I mean? And they would end up one or two saw me, you know, at the exchange and stuff before I ended up leaving, you know, the base and moving over here.
I've been noticed at Best Buy. I walked into Best Buy and people knew who I was. It was weird because of the purple beard. I don't know. It's just weird, and they're very cordial, very nice. I've seen you on stream. I know who you are, and stuff, and they're real nice. I've had no problem with that. I mean, they've been very, I love your stream. Da 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 da. Like, well, good. Who the hell are you? Whatever. But no, you understand when you go to. I haven't been to a convention, but you got to understand if you're going to get people to notice you once you get big enough, right? It's not about being famous, but you're going to have that to fall back on because you're going to get known. It's
Yeah.
inevitable. If you're a good streamer, you're going to get known, and
There's,
it's going to happen. It's just be cordial. If you're cordial while you're streaming, be cordial with the people. You'll be fine.
Yeah, be nice to everybody because they are the people who meet you in person are a lot more likely to become evangelists of your show. And if you piss them off, they then become the devil, you know.
Right.
yeah.
And any evangelist that goes bad goes toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, some of your best. You got to understand some of your best. When you meet someone out there, they're going to be your best ally. All right, because they've met you. It's kind of like look at it this way: if you've ever been out in the real world and you've ever met a real celebrity, and they were nice to you, chances are you enjoy everything that celebrity does. All right, maybe you weren't a fan before, you're probably a fan now. And same thing with streamers. People are going to once they know who you are, they're going to watch you and they're going to be their biggest supporter, one of your biggest supporters. The Iron Druid, Drunkenuff. With the expansion of esports and many companies seeing gamers as a still properly unexploited market, is there a danger that gaming could be corrupted? By that I mean we could from having thousands of active and semi-active streamers playing games they love by people focusing on where the money appears to be rather than been for sheer enjoyment that most have at the moment. That's a long question.
You'll be exposed if you're in it for the money. You're going to burn out short term.
That's very true.
Yeah.
If
money will follow. If you do a good job, money will follow.
Yeah.
If you stream for the wrong reasons, you're going to get busted. I mean, if you stream for the wrong reasons, you're going to get busted. See, if you're like Fruit, she's a very casual gamer right now, and maybe one day she might be a full-time gamer partnered. She's having fun, right? And that's her whole purpose is to have fun while she streams. She's not exploiting anything, right? She's not out there. Same with Marquis. Marquis doing this he's doing it as a business, but he's not going out of his way to exploit and make $100,000 or $1 million off his stream now. Now, eventually, if he becomes big enough, successful enough, that money will roll in anyways because of his subscriptions, donations, etc., etc. But you don't go out of your way to exploit stuff. Yeah, that'll get you busted so fast. It's not even funny.
It's ridiculous. It's idiotic. Like myself, I've never lied that I want to get partnered, but it's because I love streaming. I love doing it. I love the people I've met. Like Drunkenuff, I would have met Russ, anybody that I've met through Twitch, I would not have met probably without doing what I do now, and that's why I want to get partnered.
Partnership, though, just so you know, even though, I mean, Drunk says I'm the biggest one here. I don't know if I am or not, but literally,
follower-wise,
the payments as far as advertising, I mean, $30 to $50 a month is all I'm getting. So that's not where the money's at.
No.
So Partnership gives you a few perks, but you can do almost everything without having partnership. It's just kind of a badge of honor, some prestige. So,
Right. It's like a goal for me, I guess you could say, just a goal to do it.
Right. If you're going to be a full-time streamer and you want to make money off of streaming, you need to do outside things. You got to think outside the box.
Oh, yeah.
One, you've got to do T-shirts. You got to do some type of memorabilia stuff. You need to get lucky and have people donate to you on a normal basis. And then you got to think outside the box. Website. Have a PayPal set up for people can donate. To help on your website.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of different things that you need people to help you on the when you got to think outside the box. You got to really. That's also a way to be a successful streamer. You can't be just a normal streamer. You got to think of ways to always make your viewers happy, entertained. You always want to think outside the box to make your stream better. And if your stream gets better and better and better, the money will come in.
Yeah, I mean, streaming can make you get an income in so many ways. I mean, for example, now, if I would want to start a YouTube career, I have a big stream that actually boosts my start on YouTube. And since I have a follower base here, I can grow wherever I go. So I want to actually partnership on Twitch and become big here. That's just the foundation of wherever I'm going to go, I'm going to have customers and it's going to be a good base. I mean, just go with the thought. I mean, having a great stream, getting YouTube, getting a good Twitter, setting up a web shop or whatever. It's good for all of those things. But most of all, what you were talking about before was don't stream where the money is at. Stream what you enjoy. Fact is, you had a podcast earlier there, Drunkenuff, a few weeks ago. I listened to it, the entire thing, and there was one sentence I really fell for. It was, don't stream the games you believe you'll get most out of if you don't enjoy it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll think about this because I have my most audience in Smite, but there was this time when I wasn't enjoying Smite as much because of servers and queuing. And then in the middle of a Smite stream, I felt like, I'm not enjoying this. And then the view numbers, they were all right, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do this if I don't like it. I'm going to listen to the advice I got on your podcast. So I quit the Smite stream and I started playing something I really enjoyed. I felt better mentally and I got better numbers. I got donations the day afterwards and everything just rolled in. And I realized that if I looked at myself when I had fun, if I was a company that wants people to promote my game, if I looked at me when I was having fun, that was the person I would want to pay to show my game to other people.
Yeah, it's never make yourself feel like you have to play a game because that's what a lot of people want to see. Just play the games you want to play. You might want to play this game one day, but not want to play it the next day because it's just something you don't really want to do. Like, yeah, right now I have it set where I play a certain day for 3 days. Certain game, not day. But if I didn't feel like playing that game that day, I wouldn't play it. I'd play something else I felt like I really wanted to play. If you're not enjoying it, it's going to show and it's going to hurt. And people that are watching are probably not going to enjoy it, or probably going to go watch somebody else.
Yeah, it's all about having fun. That's the most important part. Go ahead, Praxy. Go ahead.
Yeah, having fun, and you must think about yourself. You have to be egoistic. I mean, when I had the schedule, that's a mistake I did. I had the schedule, and I was like, okay, 3 days of 5 is going to be Smite. But sometimes it felt like, okay, it's Tuesday, it's Smite day. Do I feel like playing Smite today? No. And then I actually felt kind of bad the entire day and kind of forced myself through it. But as soon as I dropped that and went, play whatever I feel like, most of all, I mean, viewers and getting followers and getting money, that's one thing, but feeling good and just being happy, that's one of the most important things. So that's what I gained most when I dropped my hardcore schedule. Yeah, so that's actually only what I wanted to say. Play what you want, have fun.
All right, Russell. No problem, man. Peace out, brother.
All right, buddy. Thanks as always.
All right, man. We'll get you next time. All right. Frozen Fire has a great question. And Fruit, I'm going to let you answer this question if you can. Okay, so I'm a girl, and I play Smite, and I decided to start streaming. What are some tips to start? How should I start streaming? How should I act? How long should I stream? Can you answer that, Fruit?
Well, just be yourself. You don't need to like put on a mask and act a certain way. Just be yourself. And how long should you stream? I don't know how long you're comfortable with. How long you're comfortable with.
It also takes you long. It takes you a while to get up to speed on. I would say there's an endurance thing to being able to stream a long time. And when I first started streaming, my shows were 3-4 hours, and I would be done with the show, and I'd be exhausted. And now I do 8-hour streams quite commonly, and I'm tired at the end, but I couldn't have done that before. Not without like lots of caffeine or something.
Indeed, we know that feel. But I mean, it's like finding what works out for you. I mean, not everyone can stream for 8 hours or 48 hours or whatever you stream. Like, I tried to doing like 12-hour stream. That's like, 12 hours, that's a golden time. It looks so great when you put the title up. The fact is, just stream a lot and just find what's comfortable for you. I felt 8 hours, what I'm doing right now, that's my goal. After 8 hours, I feel like I'm finished. I've done a great job. If I stream more than 8 hours, I'm getting tired. And after that, it's not that great of a stream. So it's just you're testing your way through and see what it works out best.
Yeah.
For me, I just start streaming. I never know when I'm going to end. It's a lot of it also depends on who's watching, how many viewers I have, and how active my chat is. If my chat dies, then I get bored. I want my chat to be active and so forth. It correlates with that too. But to touch back on what we were talking about on Frozen Fire. All right, the biggest tips I can tell you is be yourself. All right, don't put on some fake mask acting like someone you're not, because that's harder to pull off on a constant basis. Just be yourself. Have fun, enjoy what you're playing, and if you do that and you have good comms, you have a good video, then everything will work itself out. Just be yourself and have confidence. It doesn't matter what they say about you. You have to be very thick-skinned because people are going to be cruel and mean and so forth. All right? Ignore those. Just be yourself, have fun, and people will like you for who you are. I promise you that.
There's a question there from the number, Kes.
Yeah. All right. I don't know how to scale my picture up. I'm not worried about it. Okay. Kes has a question.
You do that up in the corner. On your picture. On your video picture there. In the corner.
Wow.
In the right.
See? Wow. Someone who even knows how to Skype tells me how to do it. Wow.
Well, I had Skype before I started streaming, but I got DDoS
Oh.
because of that, so...
All right.
Yeah, I haven't used it since.
Thank you. Question for everyone. With the pressure of publishers watching your streams, do you find it hard to give a bad review of a new game?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
No.
Now,
Game shit.
At the same
Sorry.
time, I don't say mean and hurtful things about their games. I try and be constructive with my feedback if I don't like something. But my general overall rule is that if I don't like it, I don't broadcast it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
It's one of those for me anyway, because I do YouTube too, and I do reviews. It's catch-22 for me because I always like to play the game before I actually do review all the way through. I try to anyway, and it's one of those basically either I'll stream it or I'll put it on YouTube as a video thing, and I go ahead and stream the whole thing, and I get enjoyment even if the game is bad because it's a game for me. I focus more. If it's a bad game, I try and focus more on the story. Like I said, bad gameplay or something, I try to focus more on the story side. I focus more on the good points of it, but I already have it ready and set for what I know is not that great. Like Ghost. Ghost was not a great game, but I was still able to focus on some of the good parts that it did have, and I was still able to have fun with it and all that. But when it comes to publishers, no. You shouldn't be afraid. You shouldn't be worried or afraid to say what you think about their game because they need to know. They need to know from the people that play the game if you like it or not. They need to know the truth. It's as simple as that, or the games won't change.
That's good points.
Oh.
Very good points.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you first.
Well, the one thing I always say in games and slash streamers, you never, ever, 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 ever want to try to destroy another streamer. All right, no matter how bad they are. All right, you try to keep your stream as positive and good vibes as best as you can. All right, yes. Discussion of other streamers typically, well, sometimes comes up in your chat and so forth, but you try to stop it. You don't want people to make fun of other streamers. All right. Now, you want to be positive about it. If someone starts talking about Marquis in my chat, you know, I know Marquis, and he's a great streamer, and I would definitely focus on that in my chat, and that's how the chat would flow. If somebody, like a few days ago, somebody posted a link in my chat of some streamer that was just being obnoxious and so forth, but you don't talk about that streamer. You try to be positive about it, right? And same thing with games. Yes, games can be frustrating. Games can be pain in the butt. I have problems with Smite every once in a while. Their queuing system right now is so jacked up, it's not even funny. But you try to keep it positive as best as you can, because if you keep everything positive, your chat should stay positive. And the last thing you want you do is make everyone irritable, frustrated, and getting uptight about something. So I always try to keep my chat at least somewhat positive. That way, but I know what you're saying about games. When you guys that do reviews and so forth, it's important not to slam it, because sometimes they might not, a gamer might not, or a indie group might not come back to you for another game or whatnot. But that's all here. It's every individual basis on that. Question for all. What about giveaways? Such as, do you do giveaways when you have first time streaming, or do you wait until you have a stable viewer rate or so many amount of followers? All right. So people are asking about giveaways. Does anybody here do giveaways besides me?
Sometimes,
I
yes.
can.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty blah. What's
Okay, so I have some experience with doing giveaways. I did a whole bunch on my YouTube channel, and we gave away some really cool stuff. I gave away a couple of Frostmourne swords from World of Warcraft and such, like the real ones. They were like 18 pounds. They were huge.
Lord.
And that got a lot of followers and stuff, or a lot of subscribers on YouTube. But what I found was that after those were over, that I'd post a video, and my video would not get as many views as what my subscriber base would typically dictate. And so you get a lot of hollow followers and viewers. They're just a number there. They were there to get to win something, and then they don't care. And so I've tried some of this with streaming as well, and you get a lot of people who are here just for the giveaway. And I actually stopped requiring a follow for people to be in the giveaways, because the people who follow are the ones who you want to interact with, the ones that you really want to be here, and they want to be here. But the requiring the follow many times just puts a hollow person there, and they just unfollow later. So I quit requiring that most of the time. I think that Drunk uses the same program, the bot that I use, and that has a really good thing of giving points for someone who's been here watching. They get an extra few points if they follow. They get an extra few points if they subscribe, and so it does encourage those things. But even somebody who's not a follower can participate in the giveaways if you're charging points for the giveaways. So I decided that the numbers don't matter as much, and maybe I decided that because I've got good numbers, but I really want the numbers to be higher quality rather than higher quantity. the higher quantity looks good, but then you can't produce. Somebody comes to you and says, "Oh my God, you have 10,000 followers. I want you to show off our stuff because we know that you're going to produce 5,000 views or something, some crap like that," and then you produce 50. And it's just kind of a letdown. And so I don't make any promises to anybody anymore. I'm like, this is what it is. You can look at my stats and you decide. And if you want to be here, great. If not, take a hike.
Yeah. Well, I have this mindset when it comes to giveaways. You can't have a giveaway. First of all, you can't expect everyone to stay because giveaways are, as you say, you get hollow followers, and a lot of them will unfollow afterwards. And I have giveaways just to celebrate. Like, I got 4,000 followers. Yeah, let's do a giveaway for that. I don't do it because I want to get all the views in the world by giving away stuff. I do it to celebrate. But when I have a giveaway, I have the mindset of, okay, I will most likely get a few hundred followers from this, but my expectations and my hopes are that I get at least 5 good viewers from those hundreds of followers, and that's usually what I get. I get actually a few very, very loyal and great viewers from it, but not nearly to 100 or 200. No, not at all.
Right.
Really turning things around so that your loyal viewers are the ones who win more is, I believe, the way to do it.
Right. Yeah. I agree. All right. I don't want to go too much on this. We got a lot of other questions here. And we're going to touch on some of them real quick. Okay, the guy, Eternal Freeze wants to know, how much does one's voice impact your stream? I don't have a very dark voice. I'm a man. I'm terrified of people joining stream and suddenly leaving for simple reason that I don't have an overly masculine voice. You know what? Don't worry about it. Be yourself. Be yourself. Just be yourself. People will watch you if they want to watch you.
Yeah,
there'll be people that'll love you just for that.
Why is Marquis so beautiful?
Marquis.
One beard to another man.
Muffins wanted to know. Muffins wanted to know, why is Marquis so beautiful?
Well, Muffins also asked to marry me or something like that. So, Muffins. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, so I don't know if I should be as impressed or not. But
All right, this is for Marquis and me. This question, because I think this affects Marquis and me only. Grumpy wants to know, is it hard to break into streaming when you are in the older age bracket? Been thinking about trying myself, but being 40, I'm a bit reluctant. I'm 43, and I don't have any problem being in the older bracket.
Yeah, I'm 44, and all the time I get people coming in saying, "Hey, Grandpa, you really think you're good at this game?" And I just turn around and say, "Fuck yeah." So,
Fuck yeah! Prove them wrong.
And what happens is I used to get that a lot, especially because I'm so gray. I'm only 40. I'm 44, and I'm bald, and I'm gray when I have hair, and so people think that I'm like 60 or something like that. And my viewers stick up for me a lot because it's the kids that come in and say that stuff. So don't give them any mind about it. And you know what? You don't have to take that shit. Ban them and move on.
Exactly. Exactly.
And this is the, gosh, people who don't feel good about themselves are the ones who say things against other people. And if you point that out, it shuts everybody up who's going to be a copycat almost immediately, because it's this peer pressure that they're like, damn, they're going to find out I have a small penis if I call him a dickhead or whatever, this whole mindset of I got to troll and feel better about myself. And so using a little peer pressure on that, just make an example of one and the rest fall in line.
Correct. I agree with him 100%. Max has an interesting question. Do you guys use data mining tools to see what boosts your channel follower-wise, or do you just live of your experience? So let's say you do something special and it wouldn't work out, so I won't do it again. Or do you collect information from other streams and professionally calculate what is most useful to do the next? I'll answer that one real quick. Watch other streamers. Learn from other streamers. Take the good and the bad from each streamer and obviously get rid of the bad and use the good. If you see something that works for you, how you can correlate with that, use it. As for other mining tools, I guess you would say there's some things out there. Social Blade, I know Praxy and I use that.
Yeah.
Um, there's all kinds of different ways to check your follower count, what's projected, this, that, and so forth. But as long as you're not doing anything illegal, like using bots and stuff like that, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
It's always good to pay attention to the stats because you need that feedback to know what's working and what's not. And so one of the things that I look at sometimes is what game am I streaming and how many follows compared to unfollows do I have. I have pissed off my audience before and had more unfollows than follows in a day, and that's happened multiple times. And what I kind of realized was it was the game. So there's a lot of people that are there to watch you as an entertainer, but there are some games that people are like, screw this, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So
True.
Yeah.
But if I can reply to that, if
Sure.
we use any data tools, I mean, I'm experimenting, as I mentioned, all the time to improve. And I try different kinds of games, different times of the day to see what works best for me. When are the audience awake? When do they want to see me? And of course, the Social Blade, that page is amazing to see the stats on how many followed, how many views did you get. And I use that all the time. And really, my last 2 months has just been experimenting all the time. But one really, really important thing that you must not forget is talk to the viewers. The thing that gives me the most follows, that I think makes me very, very special, is that I try to interact with my viewers on every occasion. So when I get like a follower train or I see some new people on the stream, I was like, okay, where did you come from? And they say, oh, I came from Reddit. Okay, then I realize many of the people that got to my stream came from Reddit. Okay, maybe I should focus a bit more there. You have to focus where you know the people are coming from. If you get no one from Twitter, then why should you focus 110% there? So yeah, it's all about evolving, getting used to using the things that works for you.
There's a couple questions for me. What's up, Johnny Q? Sonya is a no-show. I don't know where she is. I don't know. She said she was going to be here, but I don't know what happened. She's got kids, so you never know with kids. There was a question I want to get to. Okay, Frozen Fire asked, when do you guys think it's appropriate to put a donation button on your stream? As soon as you start streaming?
Yeah.
From the very first day? Just put it in there. It's
There's
not
no rules about
only
that.
only
Yeah.
caveat is if you start getting very large donations, don't pull the money out of your PayPal account for 3 months, 6 months, because there are trolls out there that will use a stolen
Yeah.
PayPal account that will send you a huge amount of money, and so you get this $1,000 donation, and you're like, holy cow, I can't believe I'm so awesome. I'm going to go out and spend this money, and you spend it, and you get a reversal, and then you are screwed.
Yeah. I would say when it comes to donations, don't like continuously advertise it because that can throw a lot of people off of wanting to be there.
True.
Just have it there, and just if they donate, they donate. If they ask if there's one, put it in.
Question for all of you guys. What are some of your highlights from streaming so far? This was a question from Johnny Q. What is some of the highlights? Like, what was the biggest moment for you as a streamer?
I mean, when we were live, or highlight as in progress on the stream. Like today, I got partnership or something like that.
Well, I mean, what was a memorable moment you had as a streamer? Was it when you got 1,000 followers? You were like, "Oh my God, I got 1,000 followers! This is the best day of my life!" Or, I mean, what was something that was big for you? What was something that you could tell the stream?
Okay, well, I can give a first easy reply. It was when I finally found out what worked for me. Playing Smite, doing a few giveaways from time to time. Fact is, before I even had any giveaways, I had 300 followers. And man, not even 300, I had 250. I was working myself slowly up, and then I had 2 giveaways. Bam, I had like 800 followers. And I was like, so then I started having, giveaways, every third or every month or something like that. So from time to time, and that really boosted my both my confidence and my numbers, because numbers, even though they are hollow, when someone enters a stream and see, okay, this one has 100 followers or this one has 1,000, it gives some kind of an impact of the viewer, making them more impressed before they've seen you. And when I realized having a few giveaways to increase the numbers and then afterwards relying on yourself, that was my big deal. That made me, really get happy.
I would have to say, like, now I've had a few, but I guess the best one would have to go back to within the donation area when Cher actually donated $100. I never expected a donation, never. But this was surprising, especially because I was playing Minecraft and I had a thing of if you donate a certain amount, I have to spawn in Lucky Blocks. So I had to spawn in like 50 of them. I died multiple times. multiple times I died. But I have to say that was the most surprising one because I never expected donations at all, and I never expected that much for even a long time. It was.
All right. Fruit, what was your most memorable moment?
Well, once was like in the beginning when I got, I took a while before I even like got a donation button because that was not. I never thought that I would get this many followers, that I would ever get this many people watching me, and that people would ever want to even donate. I never thought that would happen, and yeah, like one of my this was a guy. He gave me like $50, and that was fucking crazy. I was like, started shaking, and I started crying. It was so crazy. I never thought that would even happen. And one other time was when Good Guy Gary, he was hosting me. That was also in the beginning, and I got over 1,000 viewers at the same time, and so many followers. So many people were following me, like pressing my follower button at the same time too. And that was, I couldn't speak. I was so happy. I started crying there too. I started crying twice in my stream actually because of happiness. So I never thought those things would happen. Like when I started streaming, I never ever thought that I would get these many followers. That people would actually want to watch my stream.
That's awesome. Any of you guys ever cried on stream besides Fruit? Praxy, you ever cried?
Well, yeah, it was actually kind of a great timing. I got something in my eye, and it hurt. It hurt really bad. And at the same time, I got a very big donation. So I just like, and then I get teary, and then like, it's crying happy tears because of donation. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play on this. Thank you. And then like tears all over the place. It was fun.
All right, Marcus, what was your most memorable moment as a streamer?
The primary game I've been supporting is EVE Online. The players of EVE can be very cruel. They're very smart and they can just be very cruel. And so I did this 30-day challenge. We did 30 days playing every day to see how far a brand new player that really didn't know what they were doing could get within 30 days in the game. And I think it was mid-day one that somebody put a bounty on me in the game. So somebody actually spent money that they had in the game, and they put it as a bounty on my character in the game, and that encourages other people to try and kill me. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't even know what I'm doing yet. I'm going to undock from space station, and I'm going to get blown up instantly. Well, it happened. And then I complained about it. And so I complained about it, and I thought, I was just kind of feeling better complaining about dying in the game and stuff due to this. And then more bounties came in on me. And I'm like, come on, guys, really. I was actually starting to get kind of upset about this because they're starting to put such a big bounty on me. I knew that I was not going to be able to complete my goal of playing for 30 days and doing this. Well, about day 4, somebody came in and they placed a bounty on me that was so big, it was worth $2,400, real dollars. And they placed this bounty on me, and it propelled me to the #1 most wanted in the game. And mind you, the game's been going on for 9 years at this point. And so within my first week, I'm already #1 most wanted in the game. And what happened was a couple of things. One is that a whole bunch of people started noticing me in the game. so of course I put my Twitch channel in the description of my character, and so they come back and they find me. But then I had all of these people around me that were helping me to figure out the game and everything, and they all rallied around and they formed fleets around me whenever I would fly out and do something, and they would be like my personal protection
Nice.
and stuff. And so
that makes me want to get back into Eve.
yeah, and so it was really cool. Now I know what I'm doing, and I know how to keep out of the way of. Well, I mean, I still get killed every once in a while for it, but and I still have the highest bounty. People are making sure every time somebody comes close to my bounty, all of a sudden I get all these notifications that more bounty's been put on me, and I just take it as a sign that they love me.
Feel the love. Feel the love.
It's like just an ongoing thing.
My biggest moment on stream was when I was doing the charity stream for St. Jude's, and I was trying to reach a 2,000 goal, and it was getting near the end of the stream. I was doing a 72-hour stream or whatever it was, and we were maybe just a little under halfway there for our 2,000 goal, and right at the last minute, one of my regular viewers did over $1,000 donation to the charity stream, and it met our goal. So I was, one, relieved we met our goal, but two, I was just super proud of my viewers for reaching that goal, because it wasn't an easy goal, but it wasn't something I thought was too high. But that charity stream was probably my best moment as a streamer. That was fun. I had a real good time that time. Oh, we got a lot of questions we got to get to, and we're going to just skim over them real quick, because I'm sure these guys want to get out of here. So the Iron Druid asks, basically his question is, how does your families take it that you stream? For those who have families, Roshu and Marcus, how does your families take it? Is it something that they accept that you stream all the time, or do you have to fight to stream?
My wife basically just told me as long as I make time to spend with her, that's really all she cares about.
All right, Marcus?
I do this for a living, and so when I go to work and I close my office door, which is one of the rooms in our house, I'm working. So I'm working for the next 8 or 10 hours, and I keep a pretty strict schedule of I am offline by dinner time, make dinner with the family, spend time with the family, the evening and stuff, and so it works out. But I can totally see that a lot of people would have problems with that, because most people would be very tempted to stream during prime time. And prime time is probably the time that your family is most available to spend time with you. And so yeah, you got to balance that. You don't want to lose your family over it. It's not worth it.
True. Yep. Very good points. Soldier Charm wants to know, how long has it taken to reach the point where your stream has become successful? What are the main tips you can give us aspiring stream? We've talked about that a little bit, Soldier. You'll be able to see the highlights when I post this video. But the thing about it is, everything is individual to each person. All right.
Yeah.
What determines you as a successful streamer is on you. All right. It's not what I don't know if Marquis considers himself a successful streamer. That's on him. He's going to think he is or he isn't. Same thing with Praxy. He's going to think if he is or not. I know he does. He thinks he's the shit. But anyways, and I have no idea when Fruit thinks she's a successful streamer. That's on her. She's going to have to come up with that. So it's all individual based on that. And for tips for aspiring streamers, just be yourself. Just be yourself and think outside the box. Constantly think of how you can entertain your streamers and make you different than all the other streamers. What's going to make you stand out from everyone else? Make you so that your viewers will come back the next day and go, oh yeah, I remember Drunkenuff last night. I'm going to go watch him again. Or, oh, I remember Roshu. God, I love that wrestling. I'm going to go back and watch him do the wrestling. Or Fruit. I'm going to go back and watch her play Smite because she's an awesome streamer. Things like that. You make yourself known by how you are, thinking outside the box. People will come back and watch you.
Purple beards.
Yeah, purple beard. Mad Scientist, I haven't seen your questions, dude. I'm sorry, but how you doing, Mad Scientist? Let's see. The best thing ever making a streamer cry. Yeah, it's kind of. We've made streamers cry with our follow. Now that's the thing I want to touch on for you guys, and this is for everyone here on the chat, and this is for everyone out here. I honestly don't like the hosting system. I don't think hosting works that very well. Um, it's just not what it was a cute idea by Twitch. I still do host every once in a while, but I just don't like the hosting because most of the time my viewers just won't go over to the other person's stream, and vice versa. I mean, I love Praxy and he hosts me sometimes, but I rarely ever see any of his guys come over because they don't know how to come over, or they're too lazy to click on my link and then come on over, or whatever not. And the chat doesn't obviously work if they talk in Praxis. I don't see it. So what I like to do is follow trains, and it's not a raid. It's not the end of my stream raid. It's just a follow train where I have 40, 50 people in my chat, and I'll say, okay, everybody, I'm gonna post a link in chat. Just go to this person's chat, say Drunk sent me, and hit that follow button. And believe it or not, we'll get more people to go over and follow than any raid or any posting will ever do. So I encourage everyone to do follow trains. Follow trains are awesome. And now keep in mind, make sure the streamer that you're getting ready to do that to, make sure they're okay with it in the first place. Because there are rules now in the TOS about sending people over, because some people, not everybody likes it. Yes, there are rules in the TOS about it. You cannot raid people without their permission.
I know I can't stream with my shirt off, but I had no idea I couldn't send somebody to somebody else's stream.
You can send someone, but you can't raid someone unless you have permission from them.
I personally don't see anyone.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Don't see why people
I don't even raid. I don't raid, and I host every once in a while. But what I do is I do follow trains, and I'll send 30, 40 people over, and they all follow, and that's as good as any raid or hosting will ever do. I assure you. All right. Let me go on. Let's see. Johnny Q wants to know, what are some of the factors that go into your choice of games?
It's got to be fun. I got to enjoy it.
You got to like it.
Yeah, really. That's all. Can I enjoy this game? Yes or no? No, I will not stream it. Yes, let's go.
That's really it. It could be. I don't play very more sports games because I'm not a big sports guy, but yet I still stream WWE, even though it's sports entertainment. Air quotes.
Fruit.
It's
what got you into Smite, Fruit?
My brother, he showed it to me, and we're like, yeah, play with me. And all my friends and him were trying that game out one night, and like, Frida, come here and join us. Bring your computer. And I was like, yeah, sure. I like trying out new stuff. So.
And you were hooked right then and there?
Yeah.
So it was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
All right. See, it's all about being fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Question to everyone.
And it was easy too. It was easy to understand. Like, you have 4 spells. That's not like in World of Warcraft. You have like a million spells to remember, and yeah.
That's another good point too. And Fruit Bob, a very good point there. Make sure the game is not too complicated for your viewers to understand. All right.
Yeah.
You got to make sure Smite's easy. Eve is easy. WWE is easy. I'm saying for viewers to understand.
Easy. I was like,
yeah. I mean, those are games that are easy. If you start playing a game that's very, very complicated, if you have a hard time understanding it, chances are your viewers are going to be completely lost, and they're going to have no idea.
That's a very good point, because when I get onto a game and I don't know what I'm doing and I'm getting frustrated trying to figure it out, and people are watching me being frustrated, they don't like that. Figure out the basic mechanics of the game before you stream it.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
That's one of my main things. Like to see raging when you're trying to figure out a game.
If you can be funny, making fun of yourself the whole time and everything, great. Me, I'm just hyper focused, and I quit looking at chat and everything, and I'm trying to figure something else while chat is raging because they're giving me the answer and I'm not seeing it.
Well, sure. I mean, if you try to learn the basic, it's hard focusing on the chat. I try to do it. I mean, I'm keeping a good eye on it, but not as good as if I knew the game. But I love, diving into a game. Okay, today we're going to play this game. I've never been on it before, so please help me. And my viewers, I mean, they love backseat gaming me because they know I want it. So, and I need it too. And that's my thing. When I go to Reddit, I say like, okay, everyone, please help me. And I get so many people coming in there. Okay, you know nothing. No. And they always, teach me the game in one day.
I'm glad Reddit likes you. They don't like me. Okay. Question to everyone. This is from Kez again. Do you think there should be a general code of conduct on the chat and Twitch to help with trolling? I ask this because the tolerance between one stream to another is so extreme and does board on the offensive times. And on the flip side, some streams are so bugged down with rules they become boring. It's all about the streamer. How the
Yeah.
streamer wants to act with trolls. If you're a streamer that can't tolerate trolls and it frustrates you, then you need to make sure you have rules in place. If you're a streamer that likes to make fun of trolls, like Marquis, then he doesn't have to have as many rules. All right. It depends on how well you interact with the trolls. How thick-skinned are you? And that's all it is.
Yeah. And
Let me get on the next. We got so many questions here. Let's see. It's Gaim. Hello, what's up, It's Gaim? How you doing, buddy? Question for each of you: what is the hardest thing you've had to overcome as a streamer? Let's answer aside from financial aspects, but we all struggle. Well, except for Marquis. So, what is the hardest thing you've had to overcome as a streamer for you guys? We'll start with Fruit. What's the hardest thing you've had to endure, or what's the hardest thing about streaming?
I really don't know what to answer on that. Can you start with someone else?
Well, I mean, okay, we'll start. Roshu, go ahead. What's the hardest thing about streaming for you? What was the hardest thing to overcome?
the hardest thing at first was figuring out exactly the perfect setting wise. I would have to say at first, because my internet, I have pretty decent internet, but just like anyone else, your internet sometimes, no matter how good it is, could go to shit out of nowhere. And it just really depends on, for me, was finding the right perfect settings for when you're streaming. And your settings are not always, I don't mean perfect, but the best that usually can be most of the time. Because you say your stuff will never be perfect because things can always happen.
All right, Praxy?
Well, I don't know. I've never had a hard time. Well,
Praxy's fine then.
I don't know. I mean, I don't see problems. I only see solutions. That's my way of life. And that's why I think everything is so easy. I face a boss in Dark Souls that's obviously ridiculous and has some weird mechanics. And I just see the solutions. And after 30 attempts, I succeed. And the same about streaming. I mean, the settings, as you mentioned earlier, the settings was hard to fix. But, I took my time doing it. It worked out. And then I got trolls and I learned how to deal with them. I've never really had any hardship that has been like, how do I get past this? Everything has been like, if you just see the solution, it's fine.
Marky?
It's always technological for me. I can deal with people all day long, but when stuff happens like what happened to me today, my stream machine rebooted in the middle of the show because it was forcing a Windows update.
Oh.
And I kept saying, no, delay it, no, delay it. And then it didn't offer me a chance to say no, delay it, and it cut off mid-show. It's just technology. I hate technology. I just want my tools to work. And I spend hours off stream working on making this shit work. So
yeah, it's the same for me. My biggest problem is my modem. I have a fantastic modem, but because I live in a condo, the guys were out the other day and they said because the floor I live on, my floor and the floor above, there's the drop line was bad. That's why my OBS was disconnecting all the time. I mean, we go for 14 hours, no problem, and then I would have derp, where we go off, off, off. So supposedly they're fixing it. And I haven't had a problem ever since he came. So that was my biggest hurdle, was my modem. Now, Fruit, you want to try?
Oh yeah, I don't really feel like there's something that's been like hard to do. Well,
Okay.
well, I don't know.
We're
I don't know.
Swedes. We're Vikings. Yeah, Vikings has
Only
no
solutions.
problem.
No, I don't know, cause no,
Maybe
it
getting
would just
started.
feel like the
Maybe getting started streaming, like getting a follower base, maybe was frustrating, like a hurdle.
no, cause I never expected to get many followers. I expected just to let I would get like, I don't know, 100 followers. That was like, whoa.
Cool.
I actually found out something I actually have an issue with. Oof, oof,
Oh,
even the
oh,
mighty Praxy.
oh.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Well, the thing is, I have had some issues with the broadband. I have two broadband. Both of them are fiber, but at the same time, because if one connection goes down, I just swap over to the other one. It's neat, but I have some issues connecting to Twitch servers sometimes, and that causes some issues for the people watching the stream. And there's really no solution to that right now. Try to go to all the servers there is in entire Europe, even in Sweden. But yeah, that's most likely the greatest issue I have, making the stream lag free. But yeah, it's totally server related because my settings doesn't even matter. I can stream with 100 bitrate and still have lag issues.
Yep, good points. Good points. Releaser Riot has a question. How consistent do you need to be with streaming to maintain a viewer base?